Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Friday, 23rd day of May. Here we go. We're continuing now in the laws of not chopping down fruit trees. The Gemara in Baba Kama tells us that Rav Hanina found that his son died an untimely death, and he said that it was because that his son had been involved in the cutting down of a fig tree that didn't need to be cut down. And therefore, some rabbis say that there is an added element of danger when people choose to be kind of callous in this mitzvah. If they say, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to cut it down. It could, God forbid, bring a kind of danger to a person based on things like this Gemara, and therefore, you should never want to proceed in just, okay, we're just cutting it down, without speaking to a rabbi and considering the rest of the laws that we're about to tell you here quickly today. Rabbeinu Yehuda HaChassid had written in his will, also admonishing his children and grandchildren and everyone after them to make certain to not cut down a fruit-bearing tree when it was unnecessary, and therefore he said to them, just try to always be reluctant. Wherever possible, just say, I'd rather not do it. Others say that if it is permitted, and you are going to find one of the permissions that we're about to talk about, then that kind of takes away the danger factor. In other words, if you're told reason X applies to you, and because of reason X it's permissible for you to cut down the tree, once it's permissible for you to cut down the tree, the danger factor is gone. That's what some of the rabbis say, and some don't. So you may want to consider this, and of course, you know what it's going to lead to, speaking to your rabbi before making a move. Now, here are some of the reasons that you could use and speak to your rabbi about why it might be permissible for you to cut down a fruit-bearing tree. Reason number one, let's say that tree is harming other trees that are nearby because its roots are reaching out and damaging other things, or the foundation of the home, or the plumbing pipes of the home, or other trees or other stuff. Then that could be a mitigating factor, a reason to say maybe, in this case, I'm given permission. Again, you'll discuss that with your rabbi. Another one would be that the value of the fruit coming off of the tree total over a batch of years only seems to be a few $100s, and the value of the wood of the tree is a few $1,000s if it were cut down. So where the value of the tree is more than the value of the minimal fruit coming out, that too would be a factor to possibly make it permissible. And again, you should speak to your rabbi about it. If you're going to be building something special there, mitzvah item like a shul or a mikvah, then that too would be a reason to perhaps make it allowable to cut down the tree, and that would be something you could speak to the rabbi about. If your reason that you want to do it is because you want to build your house there or an extension of your house there, some say that is a good enough reason and some say it's not. So that too would take a lot of discussion with the rabbi. And lastly, sometimes people say, I need to cut down this tree because the branches are oh so close to our house and it's bringing in bugs and mice and stuff. The squirrels are crawling on the branches and jumping in our windows, and therefore we have to take down the tree. That could be a reason. But of course, any thinking person would know you don't necessarily have to chop down a tree because of the things being near your windows. You just have to trim the branches in that situation, and trimming the branches is much more allowable, as we explained to you in yesterday's law. So I've discussed with you some of the factors that go into the decisions, and I still believe that you should strongly discuss this with your rabbi and all these factors before ever making a move on chopping down a fruit tree. Have a great Shabbos. Log on again after Shabbos, and I think we'll do one more little lesson on tree cutting. Great Shabbos. Bye-bye.